Steel Rats is a side-scrolling motorcycle action game where you get to live out your fantasy of being in a biker gang, tearing through evil robots with a freaking chainsaw strapped to the front of your wheel. As a side-scroller, you're always either moving left or right, but you can also adjust your vertical position to avoid obstacles, align yourself to hit ramps, and mow down enemies. The campaign has you sawing your way through 5 different cities, one district at a time. Each of these districts have their own optional sub-objectives, which can give you extra cash that can be spent on cosmetics and character upgrades. These objectives include stuff like completing the level without taking damage, finishing within a time limit, or pulling off tricks like holding a wheelie for more than 5 seconds. As you progress, you'll unlock members of the Steel Rats, each with their own unique personality and abilities. You can swap between them on the fly with a simple click of the right stick. It kinda reminds me of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the NES. You know, the one where you could switch between different turtles as your health got low in order to help you finish the tougher levels. The environments are rendered with surprisingly detailed textures and lighting, using a variety of color palettes to ensure that each level is distinct. Certain walls are made out of material that your saw can latch onto, and I gotta say that there's nothing quite as satisfying as the sound of your bike grinding through metal as you climb your way up, down, and around the environment. Combat can be a little bit finicky sometimes, since you kinda have to judge exactly where your enemy is standing depth-wise in relation to your bike so that you can run them over and chew them up. As the game goes on and the levels become more challenging, I found the motorcycle controls to be a bit unwieldy. At times you need to go really fast to clear a jump, but that also makes it near impossible to see what's coming up ahead and align yourself properly. This led to many untimely deaths and awkward instances where I had to back myself up and try again. When everything's working as it's supposed to, the game is a spectacular power trip where you get to mow through hordes of metal creatures while doing cool flips with your bike. But if you're not hitting the mark that the game expects you to, it does take the wind out of your sails, and there's nothing fun about trying to survive the same segment over and over again. Steel Rats will test your patience, but it often rewards you for your determination with glorious spectacle.
Here we go again.
Into the shipyard, quick!
It's a game whose presentation and polish stand out against the simplicity of its core mechanics. Sawing through stuff with your motorcycle and snaking your way through each level to find the exit. The formula gets a bit repetitive by the end, but the wonderful set pieces pick up the slack, propelling you through the game's final chapters. I definitely enjoyed my time with Steel Rats. It has a couple of rough edges here and there, but there's a whole lot more good than bad here. Steel Rats gets a 3.5 out of 5.